So we'll just go through the complex answers here for the worksheet. So the first question, they're telling us Z1 is 1 minus 2i, and they're saying that's the root of this equation, and find the other two roots. Okay, so if 1 minus 2i is a root, well, therefore the conjugate has to be automatically another root. So 1 plus 2i is a root. That's automatic. So we have to find the third root, which would be a real number. So at the moment we have 1 plus 2i, 1 minus 2i. Okay, and how do we get the third root? Well, what we need to do is we need to know what we did the minus b formula and got 1 plus 2i, 1 minus 2i. What minus b formula did we do? So if you know two roots of the equation, we'll just set it up here, you can get the quadratic. So it's z squared minus sum of roots plus product of roots. Okay, minus sum of roots with a z there, and plus the product of the roots. Okay, so that's how you get the quadratic of the root of the equation that you have the roots of. So in our case, well, we'll just set it up. What is z squared? Okay, we have z squared, that's fine. The sum of the roots, if I add them, I just get 2, so it's minus 2z. And the product of the roots, if I multiply them. So the quick way to multiply conjugate by z by its conjugate is just square both sides. So that'll become 5. Okay, right. So that's the quadratic. I got that 1 plus 2i, 1 minus 2i. And now I divide that into the cubic. Set it up. So I'll divide that into z cubed minus 7z squared plus 16 z minus 15. Okay, we'll divide that in, and that'll give us the third root. So we'll just do a quick here. So 2z cubed divided by z squared, so that will be 2z cubed, that'll be 2z. Multiply back in, so it'll be 2z cubed minus 4z squared minus 4z squared plus 10z. Okay, and we'll change our sign, so that'll come to minus, that'll come a plus, that'll come a minus, so it'll be minus 3z squared and 16 will be plus 10 plus 6z. Okay, and we'll bring down the minus 15. And now it's minus 3z squared divided by z squared, or that'll be minus 3. Minus 3, multiply that back in. That'll be, just set it up here, minus 3z squared plus 6z. And that'll be minus 15. Grand. Okay, and again, I'll go in and subtract, so I end up changing the signs, which is fine. So all that'll become a plus, minus, and a plus. So they all cancel out to 0. So I've divided it right. So 2z minus 3, that's my factor. So I just solve for the root. So 2z equals 3. And z equals 3 over 2. So that's my third root. So 1 plus 2i and 3 over 2 are my other two roots. Okay. And then they're saying, telling us W equals Z by bar Z, where, yeah, plot. Okay, so Z1 is 1 minus 2i. So 1 minus 2i, that's my Z1. Not telling us that. The conjugate then obviously is 1 plus 2i. So that's bar Z1. Okay, and they're telling us, okay, if I multiply them, plot that. Okay, so I know if I multiply them, I will get just a real number. So it'll be 5. So it'll be 5 plus 0i. There's no I, so it's just 5 is the answer. So that'll be W then. And that's it. Okay, that's question 1 done. Right, question 2. Just asking us to label. Okay, so like these, there's no real magic formula. You just kind of have to see what makes sense. So for me, I see Z2 is 3 times Z1. So Z2 would have to be bigger than, let's say, Z1. Okay, I see that I is Z3. So that means I'm rotating by I. So if you rotate by I, you rotate 90 degrees anti-clockwise. So I'll be going from left to right. You know, just kind of see, does it make sense when you fill them in? So I will try it, let's say, well, I'm thinking 3 times Z1. So I thinking like if this is Z1, we'll just try it and see does it make sense. That's Z1. Z2 is 3 times Z1. So if I multiply that by 3, would it come out here? It would, right? So I'd be saying, yeah, I'd be confident of that. So that'd be Z2. And then Z3 is minus 2 times Z1. Yeah, so multiply by minus 2. So yeah, if you multiply by a minus number, I'd be thinking it'd be going here. So that'd be my Z3. Okay. And then we need Z4 is I times Z3. So if I multiply by I'd be going 90 degrees anti-clockwise. So I'd be going back this way. So it would make sense that this would be Z4 then, given that I'm thinking my Z3 is here. I times Z3, you rotate 90 degrees anti-clockwise. Okay? So go with that. Next one then, find W in polar form. Okay, so they'll give, okay, so look, as usual, 2, okay, so we have a argon diagram here. Where would W be on this graph? Okay, so 2 plus 2 root 3i. Okay, so I would say W be, well, it will be here. It'll be this quadrant because everything's positive. So that's my W. So if it's in that quadrant, I just need to get my theta. Okay, so first things first, what angle would that be? So it's just tan theta. It's just second over the first, B over A, right? It's just kind of the quick way of doing it. So that would equal, well, it'll be 2 root 3 over 2. So the 2's will cancel, so that'll just root 3. Okay. So what angle would that be, root 3? So 10 root 3 in our log tables. Or we can use calculator. 10 root 3 is 60 degrees. So grand, and it's, in fact, it's in this quadrant, it's fine. 6 degrees is right, so I don't have to do any more messing with that. Now I need to get the radius. So that'll equal the square root of a squared plus b squared. So squared is 2, that'll be 4. Squared is 2 again, that'll be 4. And square root of 3 squared, that'll be 3. 16. So that'll be 4. Okay. So I just need to write in polar form. So what polar form? R cos theta. Okay, so what's my R? 4. Okay, cos theta. My angle is 60. I'm not changing that. It's in the top right quadrant. 4 cos theta plus I sine 60. Okay. I sine 60 degrees here. Okay. And that's fine. Okay, so 4 cos 60 plus I sine 60 degrees in polar form, and that's fine. Okay, so then B, that's what they're saying. In solve the equation. Okay, Z. Okay, so we'll just go back, get our 4 cos 60. Okay, that was W. Okay, so basically they're telling to solve, and I've z to the power of 4. So what I'm going to do, I have to get z in its own. So if I brought that over, that would be, given that that's W, it'd be to the power of a quarter. Okay, and now I'm going to apply the Myers. Okay, so this is what I would call like a type 2. I'm going to have this n equals 0. I'm going to have these two in pi's. Okay, so we just set it up. So it's going to be, so if I apply, it'd be 4 or a quarter cos. Okay, I have to bring that quarter in, but I will have a 2 in pi as well. So just set it up. Just get this all tidied up, and then I should be able to get the answer. Okay, so 4 to the power a quarter. Let me tidy that up. Okay, that's actually square root of 2. Okay, right. So it's going to become cos. Okay, I have to multiply that 4 into both. So it'd be 60 divided by 4. That'll be 15. Okay, plus 2 in pi over 4. So once I tidy up, that'll be in pi over 2. Okay, just simplify it a bit. Okay, so it'd be like 2 in pi over 4, which is a half. So in pi over 2. Okay, plus I sine. Okay, same here. 15 plus in pi over 2. Okay, and that's my key line. Right. And then we sub in our values. Okay, so we have 4 answers. We always start if n equals 0. So if n equals 0, what do we get? Well, we'll get the square root of 2. Okay, so that'll be gone. Okay, so we just cos of 15. So cos of 15. So work that out. Cos of 15, whatever cos 15 is. Okay, 0.96, that's fine. And sine of 15. Okay, plus. Okay, so this one doesn't go in evenly, but that can happen. Okay, so 0.25. 8i. Okay, and you can leave it like that because it's not going to tidy up anymore. Then n equals 1. Okay, so if n equals 1, what am I looking at? Just set it up. Okay, so the square root of 2. So n equals 1, that's pi over 2, and pi is 180. So it's 180. Divide that by 2. That's 90 plus your 15. So it's cos of 105. Okay, so 105 here. I'm working with 105. So what is cos of 105? Okay, so minus 0.25. Okay, that's fine. Okay, sine of 105. Okay, that's fine. So n equals 0, n equals 1, and n equals 2. Again, same thing. So if it's 2, n is 2, so that's 2 pi over 2. So that'll cancel, that'll be, the 2's will cancel, it'll be pi, it's 180 plus 15, so 195. Okay, so you need to know. Okay, so we're going to get same thing, cos of 195. So cos of 195, yeah, minus 0.965 sine of minus point. Yeah, that's fine. Like it doesn't go in fractionally, but that can happen. All right, if it doesn't tidy up, it doesn't tidy up. That's fine. And n equals 3. Let's go back in. So square root 2. Right, so n is 3. So it'll be 3 pi over 2. So 3, let's see, what is that in degrees? That's 270 plus my 15. So it's 285. So same thing, just this time it's 285. So cos of 285. It might break down even better for you if it, I'll just leave in decimal. Okay, and sine of 285. Okay. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so final answer.